the young, and the restless spoilers. Kyle thought he had it all figured out. After years of living in the shadows of his parents' legacy and the complicated family dynamics at Jabot, he wanted to prove himself. He saw an opportunity to break away from the constraints of his family business and make a name for himself, by teaming up with none other than Victor Newman, a man known for his ruthless tactics and business acumen. Together, they could take down Jabot, or at least, that's what Kyle believed. The opportunity had come in the form of a file he managed to steal from his mother, Diane's, laptop. The file was filled with formulas, proprietary ingredients, and key information for Jabot's latest line of moisturizers. Kyle was sure that if Victor could mass-produce this product before Jabot did, it would cripple the company and give Victor the upper hand. Kyle had stolen what he thought was the golden ticket. But Diane Jenkins, ever the master strategist, had seen through Kyle's betrayal before it even happened. She had been careful, methodical, and more cunning than Kyle could have ever anticipated. The file he had stolen was a fake, an elaborate trap designed to lead him and Victor into a disastrous mistake. Diane had planted false formulas and misleading data, knowing full well that Kyle, in his desperation to prove himself to Victor, wouldn't double-check the validity of the information. Victor, on the other hand, was thrilled when Kyle handed over the file. The thought of beating Jack Abbott and Jabot at their own game filled him with excitement. But Victor, for all his experience, had a blind spot. He didn't possess the technical knowledge required to verify the accuracy of the complex chemical formulas. He trusted Kyle, believing that Jack's own son would never bring him bad information. Eager to act fast, Victor ordered mass production of the moisturizer without any further investigation into its quality. Little did Victor know, disaster was waiting. The formulas were completely wrong. The product they were manufacturing in bulk was not only ineffective but potentially harmful. Word got out quickly. Customers and industry experts began raising concerns about the faulty product, and soon enough, the authorities were alerted. It didn't take long for the police to arrive at Victor's manufacturing plant, where they swiftly arrested both Victor and Kyle. The charges were serious: theft of proprietary information, fraud, and negligence for producing a dangerous product. The scandal erupted across Genoa City, and Victor Newman, one of the most powerful and feared men in town, was being branded as a fraudster. In the holding cell, Victor's fury was palpable. He couldn't believe the stupidity of it all. How could Kyle, the son of Jack Abbott, be so incompetent? The old man seethed, pacing the cell, his mind racing with anger and frustration. "How could you bring me that garbage?" he roared at Kyle. "Do you even have any idea what you've done? You've ruined everything." Kyle, sitting in stunned silence, felt the weight of his mistake. He had been so focused on gaining Victor's approval that he had overlooked the possibility of being tricked. His mother, Diane, had outsmarted him. He had played right into her hands. Kyle had wanted so badly to take down Jabot, to stand shoulder to shoulder with Victor, but now he was in over his head, trapped in a mess he couldn't clean up. Meanwhile, Jack and Diane watched from the sidelines with satisfaction. Their plan had worked perfectly. Diane had anticipated Kyle's betrayal, and Jack, though hurt by his son's actions, knew this was the only way to teach Kyle a lesson about loyalty and family. As Victor and Kyle faced the consequences of their reckless decisions, Jack couldn't help but feel a sense of victory. Of course, Jack knew that Victor's arrest was only temporary. The Newman patriarch would be out on bail within hours, but the damage had been done. Victor's name was now entangled in a scandal, and while his lawyers would undoubtedly manage to minimize the legal repercussions, his reputation had taken a significant hit. As for Kyle, Jack hoped that this would be the wake-up call his son desperately needed. Back in his office, Jack mused about the strange turn of events. "Victor may get out of this," he said to Diane with a smirk, "but Kyle won't be able to escape the fallout so easily." Diane nodded, leaning back in her chair with a satisfied grin. "Kyle will come back to us," she said confidently. "After this disaster, he'll have no choice. He'll realize that family is all he has left." But the question remained, how would Victor punish Kyle for this monumental failure? Victor was not known for letting incompetence slide, especially when it came to his business. Kyle had not only given him faulty information but had also exposed him to public humiliation. Victor wasn't one to forgive easily.